Hi, I'm Josh, and this is my wife, Lindsey Young. We've been going to Life Church for 5 years.
And we've done the life groups for 2 quarters so far and love it. Previously, we were part of a small group with some people that also came to Life Church, and a lot of them had moved away. And we weren't really sure what we were going to do, knowing a lot of our friends had left. And right before life groups actually started in the fall, God kind of convicted my heart, like, you've got to find some community. Your community's kind of leaving. What are you going to do about it? And so I happened to jump on the app, Life Church app, and I kind of scrolled through all of the different life groups. And so I was reading the description, and I saw Jen and Eric's, and they had kids about our age, and I don't know, I was just drawn to them. And so I told Josh, I'm like, I feel like this is something we should try. Let's just give it a try. And so we did, and we are so glad that we did.
Yeah. And it's been good. We got to meet some new people, kind of come more about our comfort zones. It's not easy to do that, but it's important to do that, just connect with other believers and grow together. So. Life Group has helped us grow in our faith tremendously and connect a lot with Life Church, but it's easy, I know, for me to be kind of like an introvert, and for me that's tough, but getting outside yourself and meeting new people and relating to other people's stories and stuff is really helpful in growth, and I know that's something that I've enjoyed, especially the last two sessions that we had with the Bean, so yeah.
Growing our faith, definitely. Just meeting new people and just seeing their faith, where they are in their faith, just with their stories and just relatable stories. It also pushes you in your walk with God too. And I know the women in the group, actually, we have a text thread, so we're super close. We have a prayer list that is a shared prayer list now that we all add prayer requests. So we're all praying for each other through the week, which is something I've never had too much. So that's been also really great. So I know for us, there's questions that they send out during the week that we're going to discuss in the small group. So just being able to take a look at those and kind of get our minds on what we may be discussing has been good. And then, of course, that's from the sermon that's on Sunday. So we're taking what we, learned about on Sunday mornings and then bringing it into the middle of the week. It's easy just to hear the sermon on Sunday and then kind of leave it there, and then the next Sunday do the same thing. So it's been nice just to dive a little deeper into the sermons midweek. I know something that we've also lately been doing at our small group is we've been sharing our testimonies. So they just offered, does anyone want to share theirs today? And that has been incredible just to hear. I mean, that's when you really get to know the people in your group, just the authenticity, and again, people's stories. I would definitely say it's been great.
Living out our faith, from Sunday to Sunday, having something to look forward to midweek and the questions into it kind of helps you stay focused during the week, to stay on task and to just allow God to get inside and get inside out change. But testimonies have been really good. I mean, that's really kind of the vulnerability, you see other people, you see where they're at and you relate. It really helps kind of create a core within the group. So I've really, really enjoyed that too. So.
And just hearing, again, I had mentioned the prayer, and this is kind of for the women part of our study, but just the prayer request that we have and the note that we share together, and just to know, when we're dealing with things, just a text from them saying like, hey, I'm praying for you today. It just means a lot. And hearing their prayers, and it just challenges your own faith a little bit too, and it makes, I guess it's made me pray more boldly. So
I could say guys are a little bit tougher to kind of get to know each other. It takes a little bit longer, but I mean, we're doing the same thing. We put out a text message, try to keep praying for each other each and every day, check up on each other, just hold each other accountable, check in on each other. So yes, that's kind of how things have been going for me as well.
And I think us also, just the idea of meeting too, it's so busy. Everyone's busy with sports and kids and just life. Just for the sake of our marriage and needing to set some time together. We had planned on Thursday nights as our date night, whatever that looked like. And then it ended up being small group started, so that's kind of become our date night. But it's just important to set that time aside Our kids are getting older now, so we're kind of in a, not empty nesters yet, but I feel like we're headed in that direction. So I know it's harder for just families with smaller kids, but knowing that we've already gone through that, it is essential to just set that time aside. So I think it's been good for us, for our marriage too, just being with like-minded couples and the community of it. Gosh, I love everything about it. We've just really connected. I feel like we've all connected really well. The community, you know, we of course all stand around the kitchen. Like I feel like most life groups probably start, everyone forms in the kitchen, but just, you know, chatting and catching up, things like that. So that's nice. And then just having time to pray together. I just love all of it. It's just been wonderful.
I just really like the difference within the people, really. You're learning different things from each person differently. Everybody comes from a different background. I know one couple in our group, they're from South Africa. They bring a whole different dynamic of things, and we knew some people too from our church that was from South Africa. So we just get to hear the different cultures too within different people, along with spiritual growth, has really been encouraging for our group as well.
I think too, just to add on to that, just the realness of everybody. Like you can just tell, I feel like in our group, everyone is just real. They're authentic. They don't mind sharing what's on their heart or worried about what we'll think. So it's, you know, no judgment for any of us. And that makes you comfortable. It makes you willing to share. So that's been something.
Definitely have a heart to grow. Everybody seems to have a heart to grow. I want to grow, and no, like you said, no judgments, you know, just imperfect people trying to grow for grace together. So
I think it's just essential, the community piece of it. You know, whoever you spend your time with is who you kind of become. And bringing us back to sports again, but we find ourselves at a lot of sporting events all the time, and that's who we spend a lot of our time with because we kind of have to. But it's just so nice to have this community with like-minded believers, everyone headed in the same direction, all the bumps that go with it. So,
what would you say to somebody who says too busy for a life group? I'd be like, wow,
that's all
get in line. No, that's all of us, and you know that's tough because, especially Calvert County, our culture, like she said, sports and jobs, and all of us deal with that. And for me personally, that's a struggle for me. I work 2 hours away from here. My commute's terrible. But I mean, it's a struggle for me. But I just got to take, a day at a time, and not trying to meet some sort of standard. And it's tough. But I mean, God loves us for who we are. There's nothing we can do to prove anything to Him. It's already been paid for. So, busyness is tough. But it's just a matter of taking the time. You're gonna make time for the things that are important, and making that a priority. You're gonna sacrifice here and there. I mean, not to be perfect. There might be times where you might not make it. That happens to us. We might have to. But it's just consistency, I think, is the key, and just just make the commitment. Let people know. Because people are gonna be there to support you anyway. So, you just meet different people. I'm grateful for that. It's small steps, It's not like you're getting to know somebody, their whole story within a matter of 2 sessions, but it's just starting somewhere and just building on that, I think, is key, And but yeah, I mean, if not, we'd just be kind of in our own little worlds and doing things where we're be able to benefit somebody else, but also have other people benefit us, for the right reasons, for growing spiritually and doing the work in the hands and feet of Jesus.
It's worth taking that leap of faith. It's worth getting over the nerves. And I also would say to stick it out, because like he said, it takes some time to build relationships. You don't go once or twice. Sometimes you might be like, I don't know if this is right, but I would encourage you just to stick it out, because it takes a few times and then you'll really start, like he said, it's baby steps, just growing those relationships, forming those relationships with people, and that's when you really get to know the realness comes out and things. So just, I guess, the encouragement of just sticking with it, not giving up. It's just been wonderful. It's been wonderful to have these families to kind of do life with a little bit. So we've we weren't able to go this past weekend, but they had a cookout, and we have things once a month planned for the summer, just so we can still make it a priority to be together. And I think that's important too, just to not lose kind of those relationships that we're building. So yeah, do it.
It's not about you. You can think it's not about you, then you kind of put your kind of selfishness away and you think of somebody else, and it makes things a little bit easier. So.
And I guess I did just think of one other thing I'd like to share too. I think it's important for parents too, for our kids to see us making it a priority for us going to a small group. Of course for our marriage, but just for them to be seeing that, for us modeling what that looks like, to be doing life with people, in our church community, and building those relationships, because they are watching everything that we do, and that's so important. So I guess that's it.
That's good.